Certainly. So I'm sure everyone here will have kind of heard of the three main types. So you've got your kind of system conversion, which is typically a big bang, brownfield, where you are keeping all of your data, your history, your code. It's kind of the easiest approach for an existing system that is close to SAP standard, let's say. The second, or maybe actually let me jump ahead to the Greenfield on the right. So the Greenfield approach is starting from scratch, effectively. It's a new installation. It's where a customer would either go Greenfield from an existing non-SAP solution or from, in this case, an existing ECC deployment where open items, balances, and relevant master data would be migrated. You wouldn't have, assuming you had an existing ECC landscape, you wouldn't bring across all historical master data for products or customers or vendors that are no longer relevant. And it may be appropriate or applicable that there is some custom code that you would want to retain, but maybe lifted and shifted. And then you've got a kind of an in-between the two extremes, the kind of Greenfield and the Brownfield, which is known by many names, can be selective data transfer, can be Bluefield, can be hybrid. But this can also provide the opportunity to transform an existing landscape. For example, looking at things like landscape consolidation or simplification. It's based on selective data transformation. So the principle here is to bring over only a subset of the data within the existing systems. And as we'll see on the next slide, that can be based on either a kind of a shell creation or a mix and match approach. So this slide is actually an SAP slide that I like, that kind of shows the continuum, the range of options. And so it isn't just discrete brownfield or greenfield, or even in the middle, this kind of hybrid or bluefield option can vary from one project or customer to the next. At one end, closest to the brownfield end of hybrid, is what we call shell creation. So this is where you again start with a copy of your existing system as the basis for your future S4 landscape. And at the other end, you've got more of a mix and matches, which is where you could also start out with a new implementation, but you would expect to bring across some of your existing customizing, your existing custom code, maybe lifted and shifted between. So brownfield, kind of 100% big bang, everything that's in your system when you start will be in your system unless you're doing archiving, unless you're doing custom code kind of removal, which we will touch on. Greenfield is kind of the other extreme, starting with a blank system, and then hybrid bluefield is kind of everything in between. Now, one thing that is kind of common, at least with system conversion, shell creation, and to a certain degree mix and match, is the activity associated with dual maintenance.